how do you balance a squad? I.e., how many of each position, and how would you do this for a school team, club team, NRL, etc.? I always use a few philosophies that I learned off a man called Alex Ferguson from reading a lot about him and reading a lot of his books and watching a lot about him. Basically, I think in any team, you have your stars and you have your fillers. So you have those people that just turn up week in, week out, do the same job. They don't have much of an ego. They are obsessed with work. They work on improving their game with effort. So I'll give you an example. A prop in rugby league might just be about his carries or her carries, the effectiveness of those carries, and they just keep turning up, keep turning up, keep turning up, keep turning up. I call them your fillers in a team. And then you have your star players, the ones that score the points or make the inroads. And I think your team needs a balance of those. And I think in my sport, the majority of teams that win premierships at any level of the game aren't overloaded with stars. They've got enough sprinkling of stardust, but they are surrounded by a big chunk of players. And I wouldn't like to put a number on it, but it was something like 8, 9, 10, right? Something like that. They will just turn up and do the same thing every week. They know they will never let you down. And then another thing, especially that Alex Ferguson used to espouse, and this, if you're coaching a junior team, you can't really do this, but if you're coaching an adult team, you basically need to have your squad in 3 components. You need to have the young, excitable, hungry players that have got the best in front of them because they still have that glint in their eye. You need a chunk of them that are in their peak, and you need a couple that are experienced but might be coming to the end. And Alex Ferguson always used to talk about, and he's famed for this, getting rid of them before they became past their use-by date. And there's a few NRL clubs that are good at that too. Melbourne and Sydney Roosters are 2 that spring to mind. And Alex Ferguson used to always talk about having three thirds, and if you can get as many as you can in the peak, but they need to have enough youth to push them, because that puts pressure on those on the peak to keep driving their standards, and the experienced heads to calm everyone down and give everyone the guidance. So that would be my thoughts there.